All right, so let's talk Madonna, Confessions 2. I've been excited since she announced that she was working on a sequel to Confessions on a Dance Floor. Out of all her albums, Confessions on the Dance Floor is one that people talk about the most. You know, there's Ray of Light, and then there's Confessions on a Dance Floor. Her last album, Madam X, you know, that was a big letdown. There's those few that think of it as this, you know, artsy project that, anyways, it was controversial in its own way, I guess, but the music was bad. And then that falls in line with what Linda Perry mentioned, where she would wish that she did something that wasn't so trendy, because that music and the auto-tune and all that bullshit was exactly what is being done now. So given that she was going back to dance music, I was excited for her. She finally released the first single, I Feel Free, or I can't remember what it's called, the street single. You know, it didn't really do much for us. But then the official lead single, Bring Your Love, came out with Sabrina Carpenter, and it got mixed reviews. You know, it was like, I'm feeling it, but then I'm also not. So let's see where this goes. I was waiting for something big, like Hung Up. But then she released the other single, Love Sensation, and it was still pretty quiet. I was like, okay, something like, either she's planning something big or what the fuck, because this is too quiet for Madonna. But then given these days, this age, a lot of people, they put out something and it's forgotten about within like 3 days to a week if you're lucky. So it's not like the old days where artists could tour off of the shit for 3 years. Anyways, given Love Sensation, bro, that would have been a perfect feature collaboration with Kylie Minogue. Rumor has it that is happening. It's supposed to be on a different mix of it. I'm hoping that's the case. I keep hearing these whispers about Kylie Minogue and Madonna working together. I think it's long overdue, and it's like, now is the time. Both of them are getting older, and tomorrow is not fucking promised. Do it fuck now. Anyways, and then she came with the Grindr performance. For criticizing her for like no energy, and she wasn't really doing much. People got to keep in mind she's 67 years old. You're not going to get the Madonna that was doing all the shit a long time ago. Given the fact that like I'm 37, I feel like the way she looks, 67. You know, when we think of Madonna and Janet Jackson at 40, they were doing like the fucking best out of what they ever done. We got to kind of give them a break. They got to age at some point, and they got to kind of like tone it down a bit. But yeah, and then she came with the short film, and then it all made sense. I was like, okay, this is the Madonna. Like, Madonna always reinvents herself in the times and the eras. So I got curious as to what is she going to do differently this time. But that is now with the times that we live in today. The short film made so much sense. There was quite a few songs featured in the short film, each containing some sort of visual that brought the music to a whole nother level. I heard the music differently at that point. I remember my days of clubbing, and it brought me to that, especially when it came to Bring Your Love with Sabrina Carpenter. That was like my favorite piece of the short film. What happened whenever you get a dope visual and the song starts to make fucking sense, so you start to like it and you enjoy it more. And since I've seen the short film, Bring Your Love has been on repeat for me. So well done, it works. The visuals still do what visuals were meant to fucking do. And then the other songs that were featured in there, I started to really like this era, probably more so than Confessions on a Dance Floor. Personally, for me, Confessions on a Dance Floor was never really a big deal for me. I had a friend recently tell me to go back and listen to it, and I did. And I still, you know, it's still there, but I kind of feel like this album may be better than Confessions on a Dance Floor. I feel like Confessions on a Dance Floor had more like singles, tracks. This one sounds like it's going to be a continuous like mix. Also curious as to what else is going to be on there that stand out. Because so far in the short film, those tracks are solid. Like, those are solid fucking tracks for especially Madonna. Yeah, I'm not always too keen on an entire album from Madonna. There's always those songs that I skip, and so far, even the I Feel So Free or whatever it's called, the street single, I'm gonna kick myself in the ass after, because then I'm going to know what the fuck it is and it's going to bother me. Anyways, I started to hear that differently as an opener. So it's like the invite and the welcome into the album, to the project, and especially to the short film. What a way to start off. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. What else she's going to do, because the short film, as much as it was, it's still not enough, I find, to carry the album out. But however, it has got me excited for it, and I think that's what its purpose was to create the noise, the excitement for Madonna's return, her comeback. Now what she will do next, we will see. Anyways, guys, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.